Honorable Prime Minister, my Lord Bishop, the political and civil leadership, all protocol observed. I would like to start my brief presentation with a story. A story many of you may be familiar with. One time, the truth and the lie and lies, Mr. Lie and the truth went to bathe in the river. As they were in the river, Mr. Lie decided to strangle and suffocate the truth. And then he picked up the clothes of the truth and ran with these clothes. Somehow, God was with the truth. God resurrected the truth, and when the truth came out, he was naked. That is why it is said, the naked truth. Now, in the issue of health, truth must prevail. If you have headache, and you go to the doctor, and you say, it is my stomach paining me, do you think you will get the correct treatment? You will not. So, in this issue of the nodding syndrome, I think the truth must prevail if we must find a solution. We have this saying, the wearer of the shoes knows where it pinches you most. The families here, I am very happy you have come out today. You have risen up to say we have this problem. This morning, I was talking to a doctor in Kampala. I gave him a call because we were trying to work together on this. And he says, is this disease still there? South, I tell you, down, after Karuma, nobody wants to say no disease is there. There is a conspiracy of silence. And I call upon each and every one of us to break this conspiracy of silence. I work for Makerere University. I work for Ministry of Health. But my office is in the Department of Pathology, Makerere University. We were asked by the Ministry of Health, when nodding disease came up, to find out what this disease is, what its cause is. And that is what I have been doing here. I have traveled in these villages. I have my people I have been working with. Joe, Mr. Kema. Yes, these are the people I have been working with. The medical superintendent of the hospital. And the principal psychiatric officer. We've all been working together. Now, my subject, called pathology, we deal with both the living and the dead. But our main issue is what causes disease. And how does, whatever, how is a disease caused? And this is what we have been doing for a long time. For the last 12 years. I just want to say this. I have compiled some data. I will unveil this. But the main data that I have got, I will mention two aspects. These children are dying between the age of 15 and 30 so far. And when the life is just budding, what disease in Uganda kills people like this? This age. There is no other disease which is destroying the youth at the prime of their life. But secondly, this disease is only affecting children who were born between 1993 and 2005. This is what we have seen. Children born before that age, They are not affected by the disease. Those after 2005 are not affected by that disease. Now, I will tell you, there's been a theory that this disease is caused by a fly, the one which transmits river blindness. Spraying was done in 2013. But if you look at children between 2005 and 2013, why are they not getting the disease if that spraying was effective? That's the question I'm asking. So, there is a theory that this disease is caused by onchocerciasis. But I have questioned this theory. The professor who brought this theory, I put him he came to me in my office, and I asked him, Professor, we have had this onchocerciasis in Moyo, we've had it in Hoima, we've had it in Kasese. Why is there no nodding syndrome there? Why is it only in Kitku? He could not answer me. I say, we have had this nodding syndrome. What is children who were born between 1993 to 2005. Yet we know that this onchocerciasis has been with us for so many years. Why did we have nodding syndrome before that? Why are we having it after 2005? No answer. You see, he told me a very strange thing. He said these flies used to feed on the cows that were in Kitgum area. Now when the Karamoto took the cows away, that is when the flies started attacking human beings. I said, Professor, are you really talking like a scientist? It didn't make any sense to me. And then these people said, okay, the theory is that there is a protein in that fly which is similar to a protein in a human being. When you get this disease, when you are bitten by the flies, you get antibodies which will then attack those similar proteins in your body, giving you nodding syndrome. We said, okay, if your theory is right, we have been doing postmortems. We got brain samples from the children who had nodding syndrome and those who did not have nodding syndrome. We got that antibody to see if they could react. No reaction. So we said, what is this theory? Those people have now discarded their own theory. So I am saying these lies must be put an end to if we must get the cause of this disease. Presently, we are doing research with the University of Toronto in Canada. They have come to help us. Now, one of the things is that we have identified what this disease is, and we call it a neurodegenerative disease of children. It has documented. You see, as scientists, when you have found out something, you write it in a journal. In a medical journal, we have published papers, 2 papers in one of the best journals in the world, because now scientists believe nodding disease is a neurodegenerative disease of children. Now, we are going to the next step to find out exactly what is causing nodding disease. Unfortunately, we have a fight. Ministry of Health, Uganda, believes in the onchocerciasis theory. They think what we are doing is not, for whatever reason. So it is very difficult for us to work together to cooperate on this issue. It is very annoying that your own colleagues shut their eyes and they believe in a theory which has no scientific basis. And I think that is where our problem is. The way forward. Now that the Prime Minister is here, we have the University of Toronto that wants to come here to help us on this case of the nodding syndrome. Ministry of Health will not allow them, will not say anything. These things need collective responsibility from the government, from the president. If you can inform the president to help us here, then things will be easy. They really want to help us. So my humble request is that help us reach the president. And then, for the people here, please join hands together. Join hands. Unity is strength. Unity is strength. So, Madam Prime Minister, I know I've worked with you before. I know you're a very active person. I have all the confidence and trust in you. If we work together, we will sort out this issue for God and my country.